All right, welcome back to markets. Well, the pre-market at least, it's pretty much on the pause button right now. As we say, we had a nice rally at the end of last week. Let's bring in Keith Fitz-Gerald to talk about all of this. Keith, good morning to you. Can this rally continue? Can we pick up from the end of last week?
I think we can. I think we're going to see some short-term profit taking as the market comes to terms with OPEC, probably geopolitical events in China. And of course, the Fed's going to roll in with something silly sooner or later. But yes, it can continue.
I asked Jeff Seeker this question. Are investors ignoring the fact that, look, we have a very resilient U.S. economy. We have resilient job market. We have core inflation still pretty sticky right now. It's hard to get it, down to where the Fed would like it. Do all of those things speak of, and I know we use the recession word all the time, but is there still that threat of a recession on the horizon?
Well, I got to tell you, Jeff is a very bright guy whom I respect tremendously. I think that the investors are not only underestimating the impact of all the money that wants to grow, but they bunkered down with a sign on the rear end that says, kick me when it's over. That's not going to happen. So I think the market does have legs. There's a lot of money that wants to find a home, and the best companies are going to continue to do that. My take is we're exiting a recession, even though it wasn't officially called that.
Exactly. All right. Well, how about a couple of stock picks? Who are you liking this morning? Who are you looking at?
Well, I'll tell you what I'm doing with my own money. There's no question I'm going after Microsoft because that stock can continue to run. It's just about to my target of 350. I think we're going to get 375, 380, which puts me in with Dan Ives or so, right about that territory. Chevron is another one, the OPEC machinations. The only reason I think the price of oil isn't gone sharply higher is because China is not yet on board. But the moment those two can figure that out, it's going to be very deadly dangerous for the West.
But also, I think OPEC said they're pretty much going to stick to their production goals for the rest of this year. So, yes, the Saudis have cut production by 1 million barrels a day, but it's not perhaps as deep a cut as we thought.
Well, respectfully, again, I think the only reason, Ash, that they didn't cut harder, deeper, faster was because China is not on board or not yet in a position to be on board. The moment they can figure out how to get the yuan to replace the dollar, then we're talking game time.
Oh, boy. Well, hopefully that's not going to be the case. Keith Fitz-Gerald, as always, sir, thanks for joining us this morning.
Thanks, Ed.
Great stuff as always.
Hi, it's Keith here. Thanks for checking out today's highlight clip. What'd you think? Did I make sense? Is there something you'd like to add? Make sure you leave a comment down below, and of course, click subscribe to keep up right here on YouTube, or sign up for the email newsletter at the link below. You can also find me on Twitter and Instagram for my real-time thoughts on markets, analysis, and a whole lot more.